Yo, it's your boy Doodoo coming back again with another fire-ass episode of that email podcast. Today I got my boy Skrillaphornia. One of the hottest rappers out of Compton, California.
Yes, sir.
And of course I got my trustee right here, my boy Doc, the super
boy
co-host.
We back.
So look, we're gonna start this show off kind of heavy. Everybody done heard about what happened in where was that at?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
My boy Jacob, he my boy. I don't really know him, but I'm gonna say my boy. Was shot, I believe it was 7 times.
7 times, bro.
In the back.
7 times, bro. In the back, bro.
Dirty.
With his kids in the car, bro.
With his kids in the car.
And the kids too.
And he was the one breaking the fight up.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Sad to say, man, this is becoming a norm, man. You know?
Yeah, well,
Damn,
I don't think becoming. I think it already is the norm.
Yeah.
I think it's been happening. Now we getting it more on camera.
No, but that it been like you said, it been happening. But now that everybody got social media,
Cameras,
is really like
cop cameras.
So my thing is with the situation is you had 3 cops, right? And you got 1 individual. So you telling me that these 3 cops that's supposed to have training in their field that they're in, basically couldn't handle the situation of apprehending 1 man.
Keyword supposed
Yeah.
to have. They were supposed. Anytime you shoot somebody 7 times in the back, that's overkill.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
But thank God that this man didn't lose his life.
Especially when they're unarmed.
You know,
One shot is overkill.
But you know what they're gonna say.
Back turned.
We didn't know what it was in this car. We feared for our life.
How you shoot with your back turned?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
Now tell me if I'm wrong. They're gonna say I fear for my life and for my fellow officers' lives.
Yeah.
He might have had something in the car, but I mean
he was going to get.
Like, why not tase him?
It's a lot of things you could have done to him
Go tackle
before
him.
he got to the car that was non-lethal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like I said, you know what they're gonna say?
Yeah.
I fear for my life.
Right.
And for my fellow.
But even if so, then no, that's just an excuse, because if so, you could have done a lot of things to do.
I want to watch the video to see how it all happened and went down.
That video is crazy, dog.
Like,
I ain't gonna
what
lie
did
to
he
you.
do to make
himself
feel like a threat?
He just walked away from him.
He was just walking too. He wasn't running. He was just calmly
He
walking.
walked away from
Was they
him.
calling him?
But you know what? You know what a lot of people gonna say? He still should have complied.
Yeah.
A lot of people gonna say that.
That's why I was like, did the cops call him? Like, hey, stop, sir.
So then what about Castillo? You feel me? He complied. You know what I mean? It's instances where we comply, where we don't, whatever the case. But it's never an excuse. I know you don't understand that, but for the people that say that, it's never an excuse to use lethal force on an unarmed person.
Yeah.
7 times.
Yeah.
Back turned.
You cannot stress that 7 times, dog.
Right. That mean you wasn't trying to protect yourself at that point. That mean you just wanted to
You was
kill
trying to
him.
kill
He just
somebody.
wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
And like I said, thank God that this man is still breathing. And his father came out and made a post on social media like he not dead.
Yeah.
He alive and he's stable.
We got to get a cop on to see how they get trained, because this is just it's crazy.
See, with that,
I don't even wanna talk,
to me, in that instance right there, police, those 3 officers should be charged with attempted murder, because that's basically what we just witnessed. Is an attempted murder.
Okay, it's an attempted. You think they finna go to trial for attempted murder?
No, I'm not saying
they not even
about
getting
to.
charged for murder.
I'm not saying they're about to, but I'm just speaking on what should happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? It's sad to say. That's another thing that's sad to say is it's always no kind of
It's gonna be
repercussions. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
It's
saying?
gonna be
That's
death
why
duty.
it's happening so often.
That's
because
why it's so easy to do. Cause
Leave of
right.
absence with pay.
That's it.
Suspension with
Suspended.
pay.
Right.
I mean,
Even if suspended without pay, they coming
Right.
back.
or they.
If I'm late to work too many times, you know what I'm saying, I might be fired.
Yeah.
But
You
let's-
get what I'm
but let's
saying?
just say they
There
do
they
get-
go. They shooting somebody down, and they just get a slap on the wrist.
but
That's
let's
crazy.
let's just say they do get fired. Another police station gonna pick them up.
No, they need jail time.
All right.
I know what they
Yeah.
need, but is it gonna happen?
How
95% chance it's not gonna happen.
How do we as a people, and not even just black people in general, but as a nation change that? You know what I'm saying? How do we make that to where it doesn't happen, or at least not as often?
Gotta change the laws.
No, it start with our kids.
Yeah.
We instead of being in the hood. Let me finish.
No, I'm gonna let you finish.
Instead of being, kids want to grow up and be police officers and all that, but we do this in our communities. I mean, you want to grow up and be a snitch. I don't think that's right. It started with our kids, so I ain't gonna say this is not something that's gonna change tomorrow. No. So
over time.
What I'm saying is, if our kids who understand the communities and understand the struggles that the communities have, then they can police better.
What I will say is this. Us seeing this as often is kind of like desensitizing us, but in the same breath, it's allowing the younger generation, like you said, of people that don't necessarily grow up in inner cities and don't necessarily look like us to identify with us, and so in turn,
it's putting them on alert.
Longer down the line, the culture should shift. It should, but
and like you said, another thing is, let somebody who grew up in this community police this community, who know the streets and who know the people.
That's a for sure.
And if I grow up in Compton and I want to be a police officer, or I grew up in Long Beach or wherever I grew up, like in the inner city of Los Angeles, don't send me to Palmdale. Don't send me to fucking Orange County. Let me be where I know what's going on in my community.
Where you understand the culture.
But they so scared, like, oh, you might give people slack, or you might let them get away with this because, I mean...
that's what background checks are for. That's why you go through screening. That's why you go through interviewing process. That's what all of that is for.
I feel like some of them processes is not really...
It's not right because...
Processes.
Well, I mean, I would rather people get cut slack than people get killed.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing else to say about that. Because it was an incident that happened to me before, and I was just bored. I'm like, man, let me take this police test, and I actually passed. I did the psych test and passed.
Yeah.
They looked at my background. I was like, hell no. Your whole family, from your daddy's side to your mama's side, is they in L.A. and Compton. You won't be nowhere over here.
But see, that'd be the perfect candidate for that type of neighborhood, because then you will understand the culture.
That's what I'm saying.
Situations, and you'll be able to de-escalate a situation without lethal force because you know how to move within that environment.
But can you look at it the other way?
What's that?
Him growing up in that community and then becoming a cop, they might think he's gonna become a dirty cop.
How many dirty cops is there right now?
You got dirty cops everywhere.
Exactly.
It's inedible. Dirty cops is inedible. Same thing with like restaurants and all that. You know what I mean? You don't want to think about it, but when you go to these restaurants, there's people in the back doing certain stuff to the food that they shouldn't be doing. They might drop something on the floor and pick it back up and
put it on your plate.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It comes with it's a bad and good to everything, but you know what I mean? Like I said, I would rather it be that way
than the other way.
Yeah, man.
At least give it that way a try.
Right.
I like what you said, though,
Can't
Doc.
knock it.
I like what you said. Maybe like if a police officer sit down and watch the podcast one day, and actually felt like he need to make a comment and actually come out here, then that's fine.
Yeah.
You know what? This happened 2 weeks ago. Remember Wednesday? We was on our way to
get him out.
We was on our way to
Beverly
Hills.
Yeah.
And before I picked him up, I was at a gas station and I'm pumping gas, and a dude pulled up right next to him. I'm like, man, why the fuck he keep looking at me like this? So I'm like, I'm finna call Doc, like, hey man, like, be outside. Like, something ain't right.
Ain't right.
So as I'm pumping, and I'm like, damn, man, I'm finna go get my change. Like, I ain't finna, He like, hey, man, you don't remember me? I'm like, nah, because he had his mask on. And I had my mask on.
Like,
So I put on my mask, and I'm like,
you through the mask.
Right. I'm like, I don't know you. So he like, oh, man, you don't remember me? So he went in his back pocket. I'm thinking he's finna pull something. You know me, I stay with a knife.
Yeah.
So I put my I put my hand on my knife. He like, nah, hold up. Like,
PTSD, like, what?
Let me show you something. Right? Let me show you something.
Paranoid.
I'm like, yeah, what you got to show me, though? I'm still on high alert.
Yeah.
Right. He pulled out a badge. He was like, I'm the one that arrested you. I'm like, motherfucker. The last time I went to jail, this was the arresting officer.
Wow.
So he like, man, like, I see you doing a podcast. Right. Right.
Following you, arrested you.
He was like,
now we talking to you.
Like, now you should be on probation soon, right? I'm like, yeah. He like, how you doing? I said, no,
rundown.
I start bragging a little bit. I got a podcast going. I turn around and all that, and I had a baby since then. I got another one on the way. I'm working. I work for a water company, and I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like, motherfucker, you ain't stopped nothing.
Right.
But now he looking at me like, okay, you little cocky motherfucker. Like, but he like, nah, man. Us cops out here, we got bad names, and I understand that situation that night. Like when you got arrested, like I was just doing my job. I'm like, my head, I'm like, fuck you. Yeah, like if you know, like, and he knew it was self-defense too. Like we were squabbling, and they called the police on me, but he was like, here, man, take my card. So I'm like, nah. I ain't gonna call you, bro. Like, so he threw the motherfucker in my window.
You might arrest me.
As I'm pumping gas, he now he's going to pay for his gas. He throws the shit in my window. So I
take that, bitch.
I pick him up like, hey, nigga, you will not believe the shit that this happened to me. So I explained it to him. He like, fuck it, let's get him on the show. He just said it again. Get him on the show.
That's a good idea, man.
Yeah. Man, I don't want this dude knowing nothing about where I'm at. Like, obviously, he see me still.
It's an opportunity, bro. Really to, you know what I'm saying, get some kind of clarity. You feel me? Not on just like why this stuff is happening, because obviously one person can't answer that question, but you can take a trip into the mind of a police officer.
Yeah, but one thing he did tell me, he said, like, if a motherfucker out here, and if he did it, if an individual can outsmart the police and he get away, he just got away. Yeah. I'm not gonna take this out on the next person that I deal with.
Shit.
That's what in my head, I'm like, motherfucker, you lying.
Because you like, this next one ain't getting away. Right. Whatever I got to do.
Because if
you going to compound the consequences on this person because you like the last motherfucker got away. I'm finna, you know what I'm saying?
This shit ain't going to never happen to me again.
You know what I mean?
It's just like us. Like, damn, man, I ain't going to never let my guard down with this motherfucker again because look how he did me. It's the same thing with them.
It's life.
You feel me? So
motherfuckers is only human.
Human nature.
They got a badge, but they human at the end of the day.
And you see why I don't want to get him on the show.
Yeah, but let's get it.
No, I'm not bringing that dude on the show. Would I be wrong?
You could press him. You feel me? You could press him.
Nah.
Press him. Why not? Nah. You feel me? Ask him some hard questions. You feel what I'm saying?
Give me his card.
That shit.
Call him.
You better go find that shit in the landfill.
Deputy what?
I ain't even gonna put his name out there.
Deputy what?
I ain't even gonna put his name out there. But he put up with his kids and shit. And his kid, oh hi. Like, little bastards. Shouts out to him and all that. But
Daddy got me.
Yeah, your daddy got me, dog. Like,
he seemed like a police that, you know what I'm saying, probably would be kind of transparent if he was bold enough to let you know that I'm the one that arrested you. And he got my kids with me too.
And he was a black man.
See what I'm saying?
And he was like, all the cops out here, like, we got a bad name, and this is the best time to be a cop right now because we got to uplift our badge and get rid of the ones who not trying to do right in the community. I'm like, man, you saying all this shit, but you was so hard on me when you put me in the back of that car,
But is he doing that?
Right,
like, knee in my neck.
That's always been my question, too, is when you hear a cop on the camera saying all cops are not bad. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? It's just a couple of bad apples in the bunch. But my thing is, if all cops are not bad, then how come we don't see no police on camera speaking against all of this brutality and killings and stuff that's going on at all?
I've seen a few, but what they do, they get fired.
Yeah. Yep.
So then that lets you know that it ain't no good cops.
Like I ain't gonna say it ain't no good cops.
Ain't no good cops, bro.
But like Muhammad Ali said, if it's 100 rattlesnakes coming down and they coming down this hallway to the studio, and only 10 of them want to bite me, I'm gonna shut the door on all them motherfuckers. 'Cause I don't know which one of you motherfuckers gonna be friends with this.
You don't know the good or the bad.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna close y'all out completely.
It might be it's cops that intentions are good and they might be good people, but when they throw that uniform on and they gotta go against every fiber in their body and everything that's telling them to do the right stuff exactly to keep their job, then you basically complicit. Because look, if you're riding with somebody and they just committed a crime and you see them commit the crime, what do you become?
Accessory.
Exactly.
Accessory.
You feel what I'm saying?
Just as guilty.
So come on.
My brother just went through. He just got out of jail for that shit.
Accessory.
Come on, man.
Accessory.
So you saying those cops are like accessories? They see the stuff happening and they ain't doing nothing about it.
Just
like
because
the
you got a
badge
badge on don't mean the law don't apply to
like
you.
The,
You know what I mean?
Just like the ones that was just sitting there watching that dude choke George Floyd.
Yeah.
They knew he was killing that man.
You complicit.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, do I ride against them?
Yeah.
Or do I go with my morals?
Complicit.
They gonna
Because if you take them uniforms off their people and the badge off, what you looking at? You looking at a murder.
Just like that dude that was.
You looking at a homicide.
The dude that was with the George Floyd. A lady caught him in the store buying Oreos and milk. She was like, "Oh, you just think you just good like that?" He like, "Well, that's how you feel."
Come on, man.
I'm like, "Damn!" Like
Out there all willy-nilly, like nothing happened.
Come on, man.
Man, like it's some good cops, some bad cops.
I'm gonna say there's some good and some bad ones. It's just
I don't trust them.
Some of them in that predicament where they can't choose which they can't pick a side.
Put it like this:
they gonna pick the cop
listen,
side.
If you look,
but I can't say they still bad cops.
They say, look. If you got a bunch of oranges,
yeah,
and one gets spoiled,
you gotta throw that
and
whole
you leave them oranges in that bowl with that one spoiled orange. What's gonna happen to the rest of the oranges?
Gonna rot.
Come on, man.
Them up.
I look at cops how they look at. I look at cops how they look at us. If you look at me and I ain't doing nothing wrong, but you look at the other dudes across the street and they over there tripping or they doing what they doing, and then you can look back at me and be like, you with them or you act just like them. That's how I'm act towards the police.
Yep,
that's just me.
Same way.
Like I don't trust them motherfuckers.
That's it. And when I say it ain't no good cops, I'm not saying that, you know what I mean, I don't respect the people that, you know what I mean, choose to put that badge on and put their life on the line, because I understand what that is. But I also just understand the culture of the law system, of the law in this country. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what make me say, because same thing with the judicial system when you talking about courts and all of that, judge, all that stuff, man, it's all bad.
It's all bad.
Other prosecutors
all
shit,
bad.
favors.
Favors.
The death penalty itself. You got a man killing a man.
Yeah.
That just went that's in jail for murder. So now you a murderer too, because you just killed this man. You a man with power over another man's life.
Prime example how this worked. Charles Manson still alive. Well, he died natural causes. Tukey, they killed that boy.
Killed him.
Why not let him live his days out? Just like you let this dude.
You know why? Come on, bro. You know why?
I mean,
come on, man.
That's another story, but still.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's still
Come
a
on,
man. You know, tried to make good with his past.
Yeah.
This other motherfucker still be talking crazy shit. Well, still was talking crazy shit all the way up until he died.
Yeah.
You feel me? I mean,
when you're a strong black man, your lifespan, it gets shortened.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? No matter what,
you stand up
because
for yourself,
because you become a target. As soon as you exude or show any kind of strength or any kind of knowledge or, you know what I mean, any kind of essence of being a black man,
first one to go.
Well, you become enemy of the state.
Yep.
Shit, what
Just
they gonna
like
do?
that.
Kill all of us if we stand up?
What you think they trying to do now?
But they trying to do it now because we divided.
Who divided us?
But look,
It's called divide and conquer.
right? I understand it. I'm gonna say this to every black male out there, every minority man out there, I'm gonna just say every man out there. You feel me? If it ain't time to stick together, then right now, then we gonna be lost forever. We still gonna be going through the same thing we going through with our grandkids.
Right.
You feel me? So all this.
Just gotta stop falling for the okie dokes, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta break the cycle. I've said this episodes. We gotta break the cycle. We gotta start living righteous. I'm not saying like you gotta be holy, but if you got beef with somebody across the street, let them be across the street. You ain't gotta go be no headhunter to prove to one of your homeboys you would take somebody's head off.
That's what it is.
Take somebody's head off if they messing with your family or your kids or something.
But even further than that, it's even just like aside from just us, like as far as the street shit go, even like on shit like as how we choose to use our time and the stuff how we choose to use our money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All those type of things, it all comes together and create what we call culture.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? And the culture of us right now is to just to follow.
Yeah.
Right? We don't really have a leading type of mentality. Like we want to jump on something instead of create something. That's when we was actually in our heyday, like 1921 Tulsa, Oklahoma. You feel what I'm saying? Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
You know, create you instead of trying to get to the movies or go to somebody else's movies, we build a theater, bus systems, all that type of stuff, right?
Yep.
And that's what we got to do now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even I know for me personally, I already know me like I'm like that. Like I'm used to. I'm just in my comfort zone. I'm used to just the way the world is and just doing that and just going with the flow.
Going with the flow, yeah.
Versus, and even though I think, I don't act on my thoughts though and actually put it into.
Is that a form of procrastination?
It's just a lot of us.
It's for sure procrastination, but it's just being a part of the system.
Yeah.
Versus, you know what I'm saying, trying to create a system.
Well,
it's just not taking that action. You got to.
Yeah.
But we got to break the system though.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of people, and it's sad to say, a lot of people out here, like you said, they fall into this cultural thing, and like you said, with the money issues, a lot of people was getting these stimulus checks and these unemployment checks and all that, and what they doing it.
They gonna blow it.
Go buy a car, go buy a chain, and ain't got nothing else.
That's what we do. Like you said, that's our culture. You get some money. And you go spend it as soon as you get it.
Yeah.
But now they still living with their mama, or they still living from hotel to hotel, still living with homies, got kids.
It's like it's the regular.
And
they don't want to get out their comfort zone.
But everybody want to look good.
That's all it is.
What we do is we want to look the part, but we don't want to actually be it, right?
That's the part.
And the thing is, the culture that we indulge in feeds that. When you talk about Instagram and all of these other different type of social medias, you know what I'm saying?
We want to be
you just a part of them. You can go somewhere that you ain't never been in your entire life. Like you can go to Greece or something, and you so caught up in just taking a picture to show that you there versus just soaking it up. You know what I'm saying? And just experiencing the world.
We want to be the entertainers, but we not entertaining.
You know what I mean?
You ain't entertaining.
We not entertaining. You just wearing the same clothes, same shoes, and same stuff, but don't even have that money.
He speak about this in his music,
right?
And that's why I fuck with your music so tough, dog. And matter of fact, let's talk about your music.
What we talking about?
Let's talk about your music. What's up, man? When you dropping something new, man? What you working on?
Man, I'm working on a triple album, as a matter of fact, right now. It's supposed to be coming out at the end of this month. You know what I'm saying?
What's triple album?
Basically 3 albums in one.
3 albums in
You know
one.
what I'm saying? Like, you know how Pac had All Eyes on Me with the double album?
Yeah.
I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm doing
Bone
a triple.
I already had one, too.
Yeah, exactly. You feel me? Biggie had one, too. You know, I'm doing a triple album, man. It's called Freeform. You know what I mean? Because I'm just into gaining your own mind state and coming up with your own perspective and not being fed by the media, because you know what I'm saying, like, it's even though it's cliche and it sound, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, here he go preaching all that, but it's called, like, when you talk about TV, it's called television because they trying to tell you a vision. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got commercials in between every program that you watch, and it's called a program because they programming you. You get what I'm saying? Even though it sound cliche and it sound like, you know what I mean, oh, here we go again, but it's the truth.
We don't think about it like that.
Exactly.
It ain't sounding cliche because it's the truth.
Yeah.
And people need to wake up and stop saying it is cliche or here we go preaching yada yada yada. Man, that shit is good for the soul, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So that's why I'm calling my album Freeform, is to basically, you know what I mean, put out a message, man, and encourage people to free their mind. You know what I mean? Free their mental.
Stay away from
you know
that
what I'm saying?
TV.
And center yourself and basically study yourself, man. A lot of knowledge that I gain in life don't necessarily come from stuff I read or stuff I watch and all that. It really come from me sitting by myself and thinking in my own space and observing myself and my actions and things that I've done.
So life experiences.
Yeah, not even just life experiences, but even just being in the moment and you thinking to yourself, like the cause and effects of certain things. You get what I'm saying?
Like what would you do in this instance or something
or
like that?
why did this happen to me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like, and then it teach you a lot about yourself. And then as you learn about yourself, you learn about the world.
Because, you change.
You know what I'm saying? You learn about the universe because basically we each a universe. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So all of us is a universe within ourselves.
You learn your whole body,
Yeah, so.
Remember, Doc, you see me in my dumb days.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the reasons. He's like he played a big role in that. Hey man, you tripping?
What? Oh, okay.
Like, you need to slow down, man.
Bro, make my head hurt. You know what I'm saying?
He cussed me out
Headache.
so bad one day. I was like, damn. Like, I mean, shit. That's what you got family for.
It's all love.
That's what you got family for.
Sit them down and tell them the hard truth.
Yeah.
Nah, he gave me like a good hour.
Yeah.
Like, he gave me a good hour. Then I start seeing like the shit that he doing and the way he moving.
Yeah.
Then I start listening to his music more. And I'm like, okay, I see what he talking about.
Yeah. Because
the shit that he was telling me started happening. You feel me?
And that's how you really.
But that's how I tied it in with the whole shit we just talking about earlier, the police shit.
Yeah.
They just see a black man out here. They don't see a motherfucker like going to work taking care of his kids.
Right.
One mistake and I'm done.
Yeah. Done.
I'm what they say, finito.
We can be the 7 bullets, and we can be walking away.
But shit, we can be the 7, but only take one.
Yep.
Shit, it ain't right now. Like we just talking about, they ain't even got to take a bullet. They could take a knee to the neck or a baton to the head, and I'm never waking up again.
Yeah, it's so many ways, bro.
And
that's why you just gotta move. You know what I'm saying? How you move. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't be a victim. You know what I'm saying? In every sense of the word. You know what I mean? Just take control of your actions. And with that, like right now, I'm reading a book called As a Man Thinketh. You know what I mean? I'm 3 chapters in. It's only like 7 chapters, but it's heavy in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically saying in so many words that you are your thoughts. And when you sit back and you really think about it, it's something simple. But everything you do is a thought first. If I move my hand, my brain had to tell my hand to move. So that lets you know that's an example of your thoughts becoming reality.
Yep.
So if you think, you know what I'm saying, if you think the thoughts you think is going to eventually happen. Might not be right now, might not be next week, might not be next year, but they are. So
like the thoughts you think, you can do it.
So it's all about the state of mind. That's why my name is Skrillaphornia. It's all about the state of mind. You know
Some people are scared of their thoughts and like, oh, I'm thinking to do it, but they don't do it.
Exactly.
They don't push for it.
Right.
You think you sick, you gonna feel sick.
Yeah.
You think you angry, you gonna be angry. You think you happy, you just gonna be happy.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is shit.
Half the battle is the thought. You know what I'm saying? When you out in the world and you setting goals, the minute that you think I can't, these are the 2 words I don't like to use. Is I can't and fear or scared. I don't like to use those 2 words because the minute you speak those is the minute you become it or the minute that's your ability. You know what I'm saying? It affects you in a real way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. It's also all about affirmations. You know what I'm saying? Affirmations. You know what I mean?
What was that? What movie was that? He said, should not be in a man's vocabulary. That was
That's Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
What did he say?
Should not be in a man's vocabulary.
Yeah.
Because if I'm a man, I should feel like I can do whatever I want to do.
Yep.
I should be able to do.
No, it's not that you should. You can.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want to do. Man, woman, human being. You know what I'm saying? We if you think about the world how it was before humans, you know what I'm saying? A human, we not supposed to be able to fly planes in the air. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to even have lights and cameras and be able to record this and then look at it years from now or you know what I'm saying? That's all power of the mind.
Yep.
Making it a reality and being able to do that.
One of the most powerful things on earth.
Come on, man.
Mind.
Come on. So if you think about it like that, right? How come we can't change the culture of the United States? It's because we ain't in the right mind frame.
We need that goes back to this. We need to wake up. I feel like they gave us all this shit out here so we can stay blind to the fact of all the other bullshit that's going on.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm a victim of, I ain't gonna say I'm a victim, but I definitely catch myself, you know what I mean, getting sidetracked. It's easy to, because there's so many distractions. That's what all of this stuff is here for.
Distraction.
You know what I mean? It's all about
something going on, and especially on television. They will put out a distraction to distract you from what's going on.
That's why it's a new phone out every month. It's a new shoe come out that everybody got to have every month. It's a new video game. It's a new car that somebody wants, some new rims, or some new whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always something new that you got to go get or got to go buy. You know what I mean?
Well, shit, I want some rims.
They fix a little.
Nothing wrong with having the rims. You feel me? You just can't let the want consume you. You know what I mean? And distract you from.
They'll start putting out rims every 6-7 months.
Because I want all that stuff too. I want all that stuff too, but it can't consume you and become who you are. You can't let what you have and what you want become who you are.
I wish we can get some youngsters in here and and explain that.
You just gotta go to the youngsters.
I mean,
that's another thing too, because I know I don't do it.
I don't do it either.
Like
I ain't gonna lie, I don't do it.
I talk all this right here, what I'm talking right now with y'all, and I'm talking it with y'all, and these are some things that y'all already know.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to the wrong people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk to people that don't know.
Come on.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's another way that we can help change the culture.
Yeah.
It's by actually sitting down and taking that time. You know what I'm saying? That's to me is the most valuable thing that's the true currency is your time.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
But if we start talking to the youngsters, I ain't gonna say us OGs or whatever, but we been through what they done trying to
We figured
through.
it last week. I'm a gangster.
Yeah, we did. But
figured that out last week. I'm OG. Triple OG.
A thing that if we do start going and talk to the younger cats out there, we got to go with an open mind.
Yeah,
because
of course. You got to go with an open mind and an open ear.
Both parties got to go.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to be ready to listen, and not just ready to tell.
Like I talk to a lot of people, like my Uncle James and all, and they be like, "Man, you ain't listened to me. I done been there." And I can recall multiple times when I was young, man, people telling me, man, if I just had the opportunity you had, I'd be like, man, shut your old ass up. Like now I'm like, damn, this motherfucker was right.
Yeah.
Damn.
But see, the thing is though, because I know how I was when I was younger, right, and people was trying to tell me something, right. Although we been there and done that, that's our perspective.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So with that, from their perspective, they still human beings. They still got their own mind frame. They still got their own personalities and their own life they living. So it got to become a conversation where you come open-minded and open ear to hear their side. Yeah. And not just be... you just need to sit and listen to me.
Do this.
Right. You can't expect somebody to listen to you if you ain't listening.
You
to
ain't
them.
gonna get nowhere.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's how we had to. That's how we had to
explain
come
it
at
a different way.
You know
we understand that, but are the younger generation?
But that's why you open. Once you start listening.
Yeah,
then,
that's what he's saying. You gotta approach them a different way.
Yeah. You can't go. I got the answers. You can't come that way. I got the answers.
I've been here before, so you should do it this way,
like that, bro.
You should tell them, like, "Oh, this is what happened when I was here. This might not happen to you."
Because that's the way they came at me. Aggressive. Sit down and listen.
Yeah.
You don't want to listen to nobody. That's your problem. It's like, damn, like
you gotta gain trust and you gotta gain respect from them first. You know what I'm saying?
Because I got a little cousin that I show with love. To just sit down and just have a conversation with, but I'm low key scared that he far gone, dog.
How much time do you spend with him though?
Shit, he always in jail.
So, but I'm saying though, whenever he out, you know what I mean?
Can't catch up to him. He always on the move, and we lived in the same house before, and I used to sit him down and I used to talk to him. I used to go pick him up from Whaley. Yeah. I used to go pick him up. Sometimes I take him. Or we'd sit down and he'd just come in my room, we playing a video game, and we chilling. But as soon as he get in the back, or he go outside somewhere, it's a totally different kid. Person. Like, damn, what we just talking about?
Threw that all out the window.
I mean, sometimes you gotta let them learn on their own. But I don't want him to learn. But you're right. I don't want him to learn the hard way, meaning he doing life in prison.
But then you gotta look at it as everybody. You're not gonna reach everybody.
No.
Even it could be your closest family member. Sometimes it's just not gonna work, and you have to let them go and find out their own way.
Sometimes you do, yeah.
You can press, and sometimes it still might not work. So you have to.
That's why we
that
gotta
way
reach,
as well. Yeah,
that's why you gotta reach out to
you try
all
to reach
the young dudes
and get as many as you can.
It's the number game. You know, everybody not gonna be receptive. Just like everybody don't think the same. And all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm finna throw this whole episode for a big ass loop.
Throw the loop.
Stay with me though.
We're gonna jump right in the loop with you. Remember the loop back in the day? I don't know if y'all
on the phone.
If y'all,
I used to be on the loop.
Yeah, on the loop. You feel me? Yes, sir. Go ahead with it.
Talking to grown folks.
Right.
Like, hey, you 12. No, I'm not.
Put the phone next to the speaker.
I'm 17.
So look, this is the loop. Now that we got 3 elite males right here,
Amigos,
what message do y'all want to send women in respecting or having more respect for they black men?
Women having respect.
Women having more respect for their black men.
I'll let y'all
instead,
go first.
Instead of saying,
you know
instead of saying like, oh man, that nigga ain't shit, niggas ain't shit, or I'm gonna go get me a white boy, I'm gonna get me a Mexican or Asian, or.
Well, I don't really see too many black women doing that.
I do.
You do?
That's why I asked. I do.
I don't really see too many black women doing that.
I don't see too many, but
I do.
What I do. This is what I see. I don't see too many black women doing exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what I do see is a disconnect between black man and black woman, and that's not just the responsibility of the black woman. It's like I was saying earlier with the older generation talking to the younger generation. It's just it's called a relationship, and it's because it's a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at it both ways. As men,
we done burned so many bridges with our black women.
So
I feel
that's what I was gonna say.
You feel what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. So if you know what I mean.
So you looking at them to show some respect, but we ran through them, ran over.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can say for me, I was raised by a black woman,
Exactly,
and I have a lot of black women in my family, obviously. But I see, like you said, I should have asked it that way, the way you said it. That sounded better. There is a total lack of distrust with our black women, the way they look at us and the way they conversate with us and the way they speak on us. I honestly...
We did that to ourselves.
Watch this, though.
I honestly can say... Well, I can't apologize to every man out there because, I mean, some motherfuckers really just ain't shit.
Watch this, though. It's both our faults, right? Yeah. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. Remember when I said it's called divide and conquer? Before they divide and conquered us, like as far as like business and killing us in the street and all that, they divided the black family.
They went after the families.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so
they take the father.
We allowed them to disconnect us. Well, I ain't gonna say we allowed because you know what I mean. It's a lot of variables inside of that, but that's basically
what they wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly.
They take the black man out of the house to stop.
And they separated us.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean?
The separation, separation is the key.
Yeah.
And it's time for us not to only get back reunited with our youth and our elders. Time to get reunited with our black women.
Yeah.
And when you watch TV, like I said, when you television or they programming you, you only see a few type of black men on TV as if that's how all of us are. You get what I'm saying? And so then what that does is, too, for the younger generation, leaves an example for how to be a black man, and they think that's how you're supposed to be.
Man, get a dude on there with a fade. Yeah, you know I'm ready to do a commercial.
You know what I mean? And it ain't always got to be a rapper or a basketball player or football player or actor or something like that that's on TV that's profile that's being successful.
Yeah.
It could be
a
scientist, or it could be a construction worker. It could be you know what I'm saying? Like you got general foreman out here that's really living life. You know what I mean? You got investors, all these type of things is going on. Real estate agents, people that, you know what I mean? You got to put all that on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if it goes like that, but that's why we got to gain control of the media and gain control, just basically of our culture, period. Once you do that, then it'll turn the culture into, now instead of us trying to fit into images and then instead of us doing what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Like, because even with females, the most examples you got on TV right now is girls twerking, you know what I'm saying, all of that. And that's what's getting the most likes on Instagram, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So even girls that wouldn't normally do that,
housewives,
doing it, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, can you imagine?
Because it's coming.
Could you imagine what the picture's gonna look like when our kids get older and they start having kids? Like, damn, that's a picture of grandma showing her ass.
You feel me?
That's gonna be a fucked up sight, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see it. I want my grandkids to see. You know what? A lot of people look at me and they be like, man, you talking this black woman. My girl is Hispanic. But her dad is, I say she black. Her dad black. You feel me? So a lot of people, oh, man, you gotta. I had this one girl, I almost slapped her in her motherfucking mouth. Excuse my language. But she was like, you got you an enchilada.
I usually say that, too.
I was like, I'm looking at her like, oh, like.
But you still say it as a good thing.
Nah, like
But
she was
still,
like, "Oh, you don't like black girl? You couldn't go get you a black woman?" And
yeah,
nah. So you see what I'm saying? The attack mode. They go
attack mode. Yeah.
In attack mode. Oh, you want your kids to have a good hair? Yada. I'm like, damn. Who I chose to fall in love with is who I chose to fall in love with. Like
you wasn't looking at her hair.
Yeah, I wasn't. The hair did get me.
Yeah,
though.
but I'm saying for your kid, my kid's about to. So you're not thinking of it like, my kid's about to have good hair.
Yeah, I mean,
when you first start talking to her.
Yeah, that's who
you're not thinking of it that way.
That's just who I chose to deal with, and for example, me and her can walk in a Walmart.
But girls do say that. Even when I had my son Shiloh and they seen he was light skinned, they was like, "Oh, you went and got you a white girl or a light skin." You like,
but
what?
Like prime example, like me and my girl, we can walk in a Walmart, and she looks more Hispanic than she do black.
Yeah.
And the Hispanic men are looking at her, and then they look at me. They know they better not say nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm cool now. I still pop your ass in the mouth, point blank, period. Mm-hmm. And they looking at me like, you got one of ours. But then on the other side, my people, the black women, they looking like, couldn't handle a black woman, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
what?
Damn, like,
we got to stop doing that.
I ain't even got nothing to say. I mean, it just.
But no, black women do that.
Like I said, because it's a
different
distrust.
races just do that. Yeah,
it's a distrust.
Yeah, I'm finna say I don't think it's just black women.
Nah, it's just different races in every race.
That's every race.
Yeah,
that's every race. I mean,
that's in general right there.
I mean, shit. Like I said, I can't help who I fall in love with.
What that stem from is just self-preservation, though. When people don't like to see interracial couples and all, that's just about self-preservation because they don't want, you know what I'm saying, your ethnicity to be quote unquote wiped out, you know what I'm saying, for a lack of a better term. You know what I mean? So that's what that's all about.
They want that to be 100%.
But that's bullshit.
You just want to keep you just want to keep it going. You know
that's
what I mean?
bullshit.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's this is why you live life. To each his own.
Bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? So
I love interracial couples.
Yeah. I mean,
some people don't.
I love that.
I love it all as long as you doing you being
happy.
You are who you are. I don't care about none of it, honestly, bro, because I'm too focused on me, and mine, and trying to be the best person I could be. You know what I'm saying?
I'm selfish with my time
because I know I got so much work to do on myself. You know what I mean? It's a ongoing process.
That's
man.
something little to worry about. Man. It's not a big thing, I don't think.
You know what I mean?
I'm saying
I've had multiple women, both sides.
How many women are you in a relationship?
No, I'm
with?
saying as him not having
one.
it.
You right.
So that's all that matters,
right.
bro. That's all. That's all that matters. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's you know what? That's another problem with people. Yeah. Not even just black people, but people in general.
What?
The culture these days is we too worried about other people's opinions and how they feel about us.
He said he got too much time to worry about.
Right.
If this couple, if say you have kids, interracial couples, I don't want my daughter to date.
Yeah, because when you start worrying about other people's opinions so much, and it affects you so much, then what people think and how people feel about you dictate how you move and how you live your life, and then you find yourself not knowing who you are and in situations that you don't want to be in because the whole time you've been living, you just been doing what other people want you to do, or you think what you think other people want you to do versus doing you,
doing what you want to do,
and then once you like that, it becomes a culture of followers.
Because that's
a culture.
That's what used to happen back in the day. Like the dad,
a culture of robots, bro.
The husband.
It's the Matrix. You feel what I'm saying?
The woman don't want that husband.
Blue pill, red pill.
Come on, man. It's the
Which
Matrix.
one you gonna take?
Everybody plugged in right now because everybody want to be somebody, but themselves. You feel what I'm saying?
That's the life I ain't gonna say that's the life. That's the generation that we in. Yeah. This is what.
No, that's not the generation we in. It's been like this, man. Period. But it's just more. It's more on the forefront now. Just like how police brutality been here. It's just more on the forefront now because of social media.
So you said that's been going on forever?
Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
Forever.
Think about it. How many people since shit we could long before we could think? How many people would wake up and go to work every day to a job that they don't like? Ooh. You feel me? Shit. I'm one of them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's you trying to be something that you not, or something that you don't necessarily want to be, and it's because you trying to do the right thing. I want because I need to get this house, or I need to get this car, or I need to. When really, if you just sit back for a second and then you just center yourself and tap into your passion, everything else will come with it. You know what I'm saying? It might not come right now, and that's nothing. We live in the microwave generation. They want everything right now. It got to happen right now. It got to happen right now.
I rather
they don't want to build. We don't want to build.
I'd rather take 8 hours a day out of my time
to build
me. Yeah, to build email brand.
Right.
But unfortunately, I'm stuck in a system where I gotta
go
to work.
Stuck. You're not stuck.
Well, I'm not stuck. Well, I'm in the system. Where I gotta go to work.
Never stuck.
Yeah.
I gotta pay this bill.
Pay bills.
I gotta pay that bill. And you my supervisor. Shut up. Stop agreeing with me.
But still,
I'm still doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Still gotta pay bills. Still gotta work the same.
But these bills that we got, I guarantee you, we all got bills that we don't necessarily need, but we chose to have them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I think that's for everybody.
I think anything short of rent, mortgage, you know what I'm saying?
Life insurance, health insurance.
Like shit like car notes, shit like credit card bills, shit like that. We can do without. We just choose to get those and use those because we want temporary satisfaction. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep. That is true.
You need a car though.
You don't need a car note.
But you don't need a car note. You don't have to have a, you know what I'm saying? When you get a car, you don't have to have a car note, bro. You can go get you ain't got to go get the latest and greatest. You feel what I'm saying? You can get you something that's going to get you from A to B.
I heard a saying if you can't buy it twice with cash, don't buy it at all.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
In order to buy something twice with cash, guess what you got to do? You got to take your time and you got to build that. Yep. But you want it right now. That's why credit is credit. Because I want it right now, but I can't get it.
I don't have the
cash.
So
let me put it on credit and then pay for it over time. And now guess what you're doing when you paying for it in credit? You're paying more for it because you're paying interest.
Eating your
so
ass
you hurt yourself.
alive.
You know what I'm saying?
Eating that ass alive.
All because you want to look like something. You feel me? Come on, man.
Want to look good.
It's just real life.
I need that, even though you don't need it.
Well, I was big into that. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit, I still am.
No.
I'm not talking this like as if I'm living so perfect. Like I'm doing the shit that I'm talking about. I'm doing it right now. That's why I say it's an ongoing process. I'm always trying to get better.
You just gotta break that habit.
But I was stuck in the jewelry. I had 3 chains, 2 bracelets.
I have no. I've
pinky
not
ring,
bought a chain
4 watches,
and I still want one.
Brand new car.
Just don't buy one.
Brand new car, big rims on it, music.
You always the big rims.
Yeah. I got the latest shoes on. I ain't going to buy no Gucci shoes and shit. I ain't got to wear no $1,000 shoes. Nobody look at me. But I stayed with some new shoes on, new outfits, and now you can catch me in some basketball shorts. Vans, T-shirt, and I ain't gonna say because now I got responsibilities, but I just seen the longevity of it. Like this shit means nothing because, like you said, in 2-3 weeks they gonna come up with a new pair of shoes, and I'm like, damn, I want those.
But what you want? You feel me?
But I was programmed like that.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with wanting shit, and ain't nothing wrong with getting shit, but it's just you gotta do everything in moderation, and you gotta be doing it for the right reasons, man. You don't want to get out in the world because I'm in a situation now because I'm just now learning to not really give a fuck about what people think. Yeah, feel me? I've been doing music since 2006, bro. It's 2020. You feel me? I'm not too much further than what I was in 2006 due to the fact of 1, procrastination, and 2, not really investing in myself, whether it's time or money. I done spent money on all kind of shit except for my craft. I done invested time in all kind of shit except for my craft. But since this quarantine been happening, where I really couldn't do the things that I would normally go do, guess what I've been doing? Investing the time into my craft, and I've been investing the money into my craft, and now I'm able to. I got a camera. I can shoot my own videos now, so I don't got to worry about going to somebody for videos. I got my own studio. I can record them myself. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So I put myself in a position where I could be self-sufficient.
No excuses.
You know what I'm saying?
They say the quarantine is a gift and a curse.
Say it again.
It definitely is.
They say the quarantine is a gift and a curse.
It definitely is.
I say the curse is, the quarantine definitely hit me personally because I had a cousin who passed away from coronavirus. So I'm gonna say that's the curse of this whole pandemic bullshit. Yeah. But the gift is I'm able to go out, still have some money in my pocket. Still, like you said, work on my craft. I can still sit down and say, okay, I need this for the show. I need this for the podcast. I need to do this. I need to build a relationship over here with these people. I need to sit down and just focus.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I said, the curse, man. Rest in peace, my cousin Tootie.
Yeah,
rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
She
And I
was
think
my dog.
we get to spend more time with our family as well now.
Yeah.
So now, like especially when it first happened, you couldn't go
Nowhere.
Right.
So now it's just work, home, or home.
Yeah.
I mean, I still be finding my little time.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying when it first happened, where you couldn't go nowhere.
Can I say one thing
I didn't do nothing.
that kind of was making me a little bit mad? That kind of got up under my skin during this quarantine.
What?
Is because you know when they sent out the what did they call it when they was adding like the extra 600 on the unemployment shit?
Yeah.
I seen people on
Just the extra 600 on top of the unemployment.
I seen people on Instagram, like basically clowning people that's getting it. You know what I'm saying? They're saying, oh, now everybody got money because of this, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see who the real hustle is when it's over with. But my thing is, the government get us for taxes every year, make money off of us every year.
Every year, every day.
Every
you
day.
can't go buy a bag of chips without taxes.
You feel what I'm saying? But basically, the government is winning off of us every time we inhale, exhale. You feel what I'm saying?
Basically.
So, for the first time,
we getting something back.
Exactly, for nothing. You feel what I'm saying? When we giving them something for nothing
every day, every second.
You feel what I'm saying? So that kind of like made me look at shit a little kind of like sideways. You know what I mean? I was tripping off of that. You know what I mean? During the quarantine. When I'm like, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
happy.
saying?
You should be happy somebody got some money in their pocket. They ain't coming to get your shit.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? That just kind of tripped me out.
What rubbed me the wrong way is because everybody was saying, like, if you ain't coming out of this quarantine with money in your pocket, you was doing something wrong. And then I seen a lot of people on the other side, like, you people worried about this money and it's all people out here dying and yada, yada, yada. But it's like, at the same time, if I'm doing what I need to do to be safe, it's okay for me to say I need to come out of this quarantine with this money and these plans and for the future when everything do open back up. Like, I'm not saying
ready.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm insensitive to the effects of this COVID-19 bullshit, but at the same time, it's like, let me feel how I want to feel and let me get prepared for my future.
Right.
That's the thing. You can't listen to everybody's opinion because everybody got one and everybody ain't right.
You know what that's
Come on,
you know what they said?
Ain't right.
Opinion like an asshole. Everybody got one.
Everybody got one. Your opinion is your opinion.
Yeah, your shit. Like,
and you can keep it that way.
But even everything I just said tonight, right now, that's all my opinion.
It's your opinion. And some people can take it. Some people can knock it.
Do whatever they want to do.
Another gift I got from this pandemic, this shit going on, I started the podcast.
Yeah.
I was able to sit down and really do that shit. Because like I said, I've been writing this for 10 years.
Yeah, for a while,
I had this
on everything.
Man, we was at a Halloween party and I'm like, man, I need to do this. He like, man,
shit, when we used to be in my pop's garage shooting pools.
Shooting pool, or we had the little machine right there where we made your music.
Yeah.
We'd be sitting down 3-4 in the morning. He'd be like, I'm like, man, I want to do this damn podcast. This before everybody even started talking about a podcast. You feel me? I'm just late doing it now. Like, and I kind of feel like
procrastination.
I'm about to say, why did you not start it?
Then the quarantine pushed you in the corner where you bored. And you like, I need something to do.
Like, here it is.
Let me do my podcast.
What was the reason you didn't start it?
One, I was stuck in the cycle. Okay. Going to work. Man, that's when I was working for the railroad. I didn't have time. I was working 12 to 16-hour shifts, 6 days a week.
You didn't have time.
I didn't have time. One.
You had time. You just chose to use it with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the shit
Your
we talking
time
about.
was in the railroad.
That's what I'm saying. I was focused on making somebody else's house bigger.
Exactly.
Versus mine.
Right.
Two, I didn't have. Well, I ain't gonna say I didn't have the resources because I could have got all this shit on my own.
Yeah.
But
little by little, pay it off.
I wasn't thinking about it like that. I just wanted, like you said,
you just wanted to have it all.
Everybody wanted the microwave effect. Want it now. I wanted it now. You feel me? Shit. That's it.
Timing and not getting
and like you said, procrastination and now that I this ain't to diss nobody.
Yeah.
This ain't to diss nobody. One thing, like me and you talked about, I don't have
how they said this ain't a sub.
Yeah, I don't have no hate bone in my body. I don't hate on nobody. I don't hate nobody. Y'all, you do your own shit. Since this has been going on, my show has been going on, and I got a co-host, and now I got my boy right here, my big cousin right here who do the cameras, and I got my own engineer now. I done outgrew certain situations.
Yeah.
And certain situations meaning I had to change up the way the show run because I didn't like the way the other show was running.
Yeah.
So and I'm grateful for that. So now it's starting to show me.
Yeah.
Things I can go home, like you said, I can go home and really just sit down and think like, okay, what can I do about this? This ain't the only fucking place I can do this. Let me and then shouts out to my girl because man, Jalissa, man, she finds everything.
Yeah.
Babe, I need a studio. What's up? Like we got to get the studio popping. I need some space. We need to move into this bigger house. And like, no, let me find. Give me 2 hours.
Yeah.
We met them.
Pulled it up.
That's what you call a backbone.
Yeah. We met them.
Yeah.
And like I said, shout out to my girl because everything I said that I needed.
Yeah, but like you said, the other one is not. It's not a diss. It's not disrespect.
It's not a
it's
diss.
just the experience you went through, and you felt like you needed to change.
It's called growth.
And it's called
Because
growth.
I ain't gonna never forget where I came from.
Yeah.
I'm gonna even give shout out to Innovative Coaching.
Okay.
You feel me? I ain't gonna never forget where I came from. I started my podcast there.
Yeah.
And like I said, like, you know, things happen and life
Different
happen.
opinions.
Different opinions
That's
happen.
it. You know what I'm saying?
And like I said, man, it ain't no diss to them. And I wish
them
them well. You know, I can't be successful if I'm hating on somebody.
Not at all.
You
It's
feel
all,
me?
again, go back to what I was telling you about earlier. It's all about your thoughts, man. Your thoughts become your reality. So if you carrying that baggage and you carrying that weight and you carrying that hate, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna manifest itself.
It's gonna come out.
It's gonna manifest.
That's like a saying, like, how do I expect to be forgiven if I can't forgive?
Yeah.
I'm not saying like they did something where I have to forgive them for, but
Yeah.
it's just
It's just that saying.
it's just how the cookies crumble, the big dog. Like I said, I wish y'all the best success and y'all still my homies. Even though y'all don't call me no more. Y'all still my dog. I mean, like we did an episode. I think I did one of my first episodes with you.
Yeah.
In that garage.
Well, no, we did they podcast. We was on their podcast.
Oh no, I
and
brought you in as a co-host.
and that was the first episode.
And then I did the
we just did their
episode,
podcast
but
when I was with you.
that was transitioning.
That was into
that transitioned into email.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shit, we here
Went
now.
from there.
We
See,
here now.
that's a prime example too of your thoughts becoming reality, right? Because like you said, you thought about this 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And I know personally that you always talked about it. You always thought about it. You see what I'm saying? And it didn't come necessarily in the time you wanted it to come, but you kept your thoughts on it. You kept your mind on it. You feel me? And now you here. It's a reality. You seeing it. You doing it.
I had thoughts
you know what
on
I'm
it.
saying?
I prayed about
See,
it.
listen to what you're saying.
I prepared for it.
Look, see.
Like I said, on the last episode when I was talking about that man that was watering that bamboo tree.
Yeah.
Mine just didn't take 5 years. Mine took 10.
Yeah.
10 years.
You feel me? Mine took 10, and I, like you said, I started off slow, but I'm slowly on the rise. Like we didn't have Scruncho in here. We didn't have Uncle James in here. People know him as Mob James. So he don't really like to say that. People know him as Mob James. We had King YOB in here, and then we got Skrillaphornia in here now.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay-Z, this might be your next artist right here, dog.
I ain't gonna front you. That'll be love, but I'm independent like a motherfucker.
Okay,
man.
well,
I gotta get my chip.
Well, okay. Well, let me.
We could partner up.
Yeah,
with
let me
like
clear it
that,
up.
you
And
feel
you might want to jump on the track or something, or you might want to put him on your track.
Yeah, I gotta
Well,
get my
we
chippers.
didn't have you in here. We got my boy Doc in here. That's getting his grind up.
OG.
Dude, you not
triple OG.
You not an OG because you put your seat back, bro.
Seat back. Niggas don't do that. Only OGs do that.
You not an OG because you didn't put your seat back, bro. Like,
Triple OG.
come on, man.
I was down for whatever.
Triple OG, Triple OG, Jerry Curl juice dripping on the ceiling.
Damn. Knock it off.
Don't knock it off. Don't tell.
Yeah. But look, like I was saying, like I got a strong team. I got a strong circle. I got like we been through our bullshit.
Yeah.
And you know we didn't
lived it.
Shut up, motherfucker. We got times we didn't get along with each other, but like I said, we still got something common. We still mature enough to sit down and still be like, okay, this is what we gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Two things I want to say about what you was just saying, right? One, like everything you just said, you got to be conscious of that, conscious of what got you to here, right here. So then when you come up with your other goals, you can apply those same things that you did to that next one to get to achieve it, right?
Yeah.
And the second thing I want to say, when you just said you got a team around you, I follow this dude Trap LA on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
He said something that was like that made me that just broadened my perspective and a light bulb went off. He said, basically, it ain't just enough to have you a good team. First and foremost, you want to get you a good team because can't nobody win by themselves.
No.
But once you got you a good team, you can't expect them to follow you if you ain't leading and if you don't really have a plan and being able to delegate roles. He said that in so many words. I don't really know exactly how he said it, but you know what I'm saying? So now that you got you a good team, you know what I mean? That's all you gotta do, bro.
That's just like a relationship,
going.
bro.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
And I didn't come this far just to get this far.
I already know.
Nah.
Like this is a big goal for me.
Yeah.
I already know.
But I'm gonna get into a bigger goal.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
Like my bigger goal is to eventually be signed to a major radio station.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my engineer with me.
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah.
He in the back giving his thumbs up. I'm bringing my engineer with me.
You gotta have that farmer's mentality, man.
And the little trials and tribulations that I got, I had to sit down and really put my all into like getting out of it. Like I said, I done prayed on this a lot. And I listen to a lot of motivational speeches in the morning before I go to work and on the way to work.
Les Brown.
And Les Brown. That's
yeah.
my dog.
He be talking that talk.
And E.T.
Talk heavy.
And but it was this one. It was this one. I forgot his name, because it didn't come up with a name. But he was saying, Einstein once said that you cannot have the same mentality going into a situation that failed, and that same mentality, and using that same mentality because you're gonna always be stuck in that same mentality. You're always gonna be stuck in that problem.
Yeah.
So
that failure mode.
That failure mode. So whenever you got this mentality of going in and something don't work, you have to change that.
Yes.
You know, my change was I had to start really believing in myself, because this is the first time I'm gonna tell y'all this. And this is the first time I'm gonna tell anybody this.
Yeah.
I was so fearful of my podcast not working.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I might get like 20 views.
Yeah.
Or I might get 10 views.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that big social person. Like, I don't have a million friends on Instagram. I don't have all of that. But I'm like, man, I gotta do it.
Yeah. You gotta start somewhere.
I gotta put my foot down.
And
Like you said, those 10 views, you gotta start somewhere.
Man,
10,
in order to get
20.
to 1,000, you gotta get 10 first.
Yeah, but
You gotta get
In order to get to 1,000,000, you gotta get 1,000
right.
first.
So like I was
me?
saying, like a lot of my procrastination, I wanted to say it earlier. I ain't gonna. Yeah.
Well, you said it. Yeah.
He already said it. It was a fear. It was a fear of
not
and
being acknowledged.
Yeah, and I used to talk to my mom about it. She like, well, shit, if it failed, it failed. Like, but I told my mom, I said, man, I don't have a plan B because I'm so focused on this plan A. I feel like when you have a plan B, you got reasonable doubt, like this shit ain't gonna work.
Right.
So I'm gonna just go back to doing what I was doing before. I'm gonna just go to work. Yeah. And I'm gonna just be
It's just like the old saying: if you don't shoot, how you gonna make it?
Right.
Fear, don't shoot your shot. How you gonna make it?
Fear is like handcuffs, bro. Don't put them on.
Yep.
You feel me?
Chink, broke them.
You know what I'm saying?
Chink, chink, broke them, y'all. What's happening? Email in the house. What's the deal?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. That's nasty. But yo, look, check this out, man. This has been another great episode of the Email Podcast. I want y'all to take in everything that we gave y'all. I feel like this was a very cleanseful
Healthy conversation.
Yeah.
That 3 young Black African American males have had.
Yes, sir.
If you see this, I ain't gonna say when you see this episode, talk to us. We talk back. You can find us on all social media platforms. Actually, we working on our Twitter page. We all each got our own individual.
Yeah. We're gonna work on our website too.
We're gonna work on our website. This is the Creator of Email Podcast Instagram right here. So like I said, you talk to us, we talk back. You can also find me at on Instagram at DOO2XS. That's do 2 times.
Beastie_5.
Skrillaphornia, Skrillaphornia.
You see how you spelled that? Freeform.
Yeah. I don't spell Beastie because if you can't spell Beastie, you don't need to follow me.
Nah, man, you gotta. Damn. What if you can talk to somebody and be like,
BEASTY? You can't spell that.
You got an underscore though.
Yeah, _5.
There you go.
Yeah, I do gotta add that in there.
But yeah, man. Like I said, make sure y'all like and subscribe. You talk to us, we talk back. I don't care if it's 3, 4 in the morning. Oh, for that guy that was remember we was at work and it was 4 o'clock in the morning. This dude was hitting the Instagram and telling us what, like, and he actually said like, oh man, I didn't think you was gonna say nothing back. I am normal.
Yeah.
I am not one of these Hollywood red carpet, but even when I do get up there, I'm still gonna talk back to you.
Talk back.
I mean, this is what you do. Make sure y'all leave a comment. Make sure you hit that bell button so every time we upload one of these fire ass episodes of the Email Podcast, y'all there. Y'all get the notifications. Like I said, talk to us. We talk back. That's all I got to say. We out.
West.
Peace out.
God bless.